Is 5 Live Sport with Kelly Cates.
Hello and welcome to 5 Live Sport. 108 days after Chelsea claimed a 1-0 win over Manchester City in an all-Premier League final, the Champions League is back.
It's Lewandowski, it's 6! Lewandowski scored his second of the night, and that was so easy.
English attack, Holland, they've only gone and done it from 3-0 down, they've hauled it all the way back. Mahrez, Manchester City score first at the Etihad and increase their lead in the semi-final.
Messi now will shoot low, oh Messi, super play by Lionel Messi.
A chance of a second hit for Real Madrid as the ball is headed in, and it is Benzema who rises tall at the back post.
Mbappe shoots, and Mbappe scores. Kylian Mbappe.
Here's a chance now, and it's back in the second time. And who else but Cristiano Ronaldo?
Griezmann's away, Griezmann to follow up. Left-footed guides the ball in. Atletico Madrid, wild celebration.
Chelsea have beaten Manchester City here in Porto in the Champions League final of 2021.
Oh, we've missed the music. Europe's elite go back at it as we start the group stages of the Champions League. 5 Live Final Score is up and running as well tonight. We're online, we're on the red button as well as on the BBC iPlayer, so you can keep up to date with all the matches across this evening. Tomorrow, live commentary of Liverpool's opener against AC Milan with updates from Man City against RB Leipzig. But tonight, it's a double hit of commentaries for you. Later on, Chelsea against Zenit St Petersburg with Vicky Sparks and Lee Dixon. First though, Manchester United's trip to Swiss outfit Young Boys, while Michael Brown is alongside John Murray. John has the team news for us. And John, for the first time since the 2009 Champions League final, Cristiano Ronaldo is in the starting lineup for Man United.
That's right, yes, Kelly. We finished last season in the final in Porto. We're starting out this group stage here in Bern, the Swiss capital. And yes, sure enough, Cristiano Ronaldo starts, plays in the Champions League for Manchester United for the first time for 12 years. And it means that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer makes 3 changes from Saturday's starting lineup. Fred and Lindelof are in for Matic and Varane. And Donny van der Beek gets his first start of the season with Mason Greenwood on the bench. So this is the Manchester United team. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw. In midfield, Fred, Bruno Fernandes, Van der Beek, Jadon Sancho, Paul Pogba and Cristiano Ronaldo, which means he's setting another milestone tonight, Ronaldo. He will equal the record of appearances in the Champions League proper with 177 appearances. That draws him alongside Iker Casillas, who was previously at the top of the list on his own. And the young boys side tonight, the Swiss champions, have Von Balmos in goal, a back four of Hefti, Camara, Lauper and Garcia. In midfield, Sierro, Martins and Ebischer, with Fasnacht and Gamalou, and Elia is their lone striker. There are 7 Swiss players in the young boys starting lineup, and they're all 27 or younger. So they are quite literally young boys. And what they've also done here, Kelly, the popular end of the Wankdorf Stadium, which is to our right, it has got gold foil all over the place. And that there are flags, there's a gold foil banner I can see that is going to be hoisted up there. It looks like a T-Rex tribute night is about to take place.
I'm not sure what the analogy with Young Boys and T-Rex would be, but I do think that probably the fact that the Young Boys is why it has to be a 5:45 kickoff. They've got an early bedtime to get to, these boys.
I wish I'd thought of that. I wish I'd thought the same.
I think quite a few people might have beaten me to that one, John. And Michael Brown alongside you. Michael, thoughts on the team news with Donny van der Beek coming in? There's a bit of speculation as to where he might fit in to Manchester United, and these cup competitions might be the answer.
Well, it will be the answer. It's an opportunity he's been waiting to get, and this is one for him, and a stronger Manchester United squad now. We've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at that press conference yesterday, seemed quite calm, relaxed. He knows he's got a much better team, much better squad. He seemed comfortable in that. So it's opportunities, it's different games, and where is he going to play? Myself and John were just having a look at that, what type of role, and and will he find some attacking areas that he can go and progress and get forward and really set the tone in this game. And it's a chance for him, but it's going to be difficult. We know that he's going to try and get a regular position in this Manchester United midfield, but it's an opportunity he's got to take, Kelly.
It's only his 16th start for Manchester United in all competitions since he joined the club in the summer of last year.
Yeah, it was his agent who said that Ronaldo arriving was not good news for Van de Beek because it gave Manchester United so much depth in their squad. But an opportunity for him for tonight in the Champions League. Fred and Lindelof also coming in. Is that less of a surprise to you?
It's less of a surprise. We thought there would be a couple of changes. We probably expected a few more. Just seeing the atmosphere to our right-hand side, all the flags, Kelly, gold and black, it's incredible atmosphere. It's a really good setting. Jules is up there now taking a few pictures as usual. And
yeah, she is.
We're all disappointed.
I know. I think I was a little way out, wasn't I? You can hear the atmosphere and you can hear the music. It's not exactly glam rock. This is more heavy metal. And what they've done is now there are actually gold foil flags and black flags as well in there. And they've unveiled an enormous image of a bear with a crown on. And a bear, the brown bear, is the symbol of Bern, as we well know, Kelly, because we've all visited the famous bear pit of Bern in the time that we've been here, which is an extraordinary sight. So a great setting for this first Champions League group match of the season for us.
Yeah, I knew Bears were associated with Berlin. I wasn't quite so sure that there was that same link with Bern and with Young Boys. But look, they're certainly ready for this. For Manchester United, how much of a high do you think they're still on? Do they have that extra belief, given that they've brought in Cristiano Ronaldo, they had the win at the weekend, and the atmosphere inside Old Trafford was just fantastic?
It was an amazing atmosphere. I wish I was there to go and witness it, just of him coming into the stadium, Ronaldo, and that atmosphere, and he delivered as well. Not only was he there for all to see, he got those goals and the excitement. And if you were a player in that dressing room, when he walks in every single day, we've heard stories already about him setting an example all around the training ground. And like I mentioned just before, Ollie seemed quietly confident yesterday that his squad are in a much better place. They're all, the players are all out again. I thought there might have been a couple more changes, as I've said, but he wants to set the tone, he wants to get results, keep momentum up. But, they're in a really positive place, this Manchester United side. And if I'm them, you want to just take every game as quick as possible, and they should attack this from the off.
And as the teams are coming out here, they've actually lit red flares in the eyes of that enormous image of the bear behind the goal. So there are two huge red flares being held through its eyes, and smoke is pouring out from out of the bear's eyes up towards the roof of the stadium. It's quite a sight. It's amazing how clubs find so many different ways of giving the Champions League matches the big build-up, and we're seeing what Young Boys are doing here tonight.
And we can hear the anthem in the background. The Champions League is back. Manchester United with a really strong starting 11, but Young Boys creating the atmosphere at the Wankdorf Stadium in Switzerland. With you for commentary of this one, Michael Brown and John Murray.
Brilliant atmosphere inside this stadium, the Wankdorf Stadium, really famous home of football. The World Cup final itself was held here, and I would imagine it back in 1954. I would have to doubt that there would be a noise like this. So here we are for the start of a new season of the Champions League on the opening night of the group stage. We are here in the Swiss capital, Bern, the beautiful medieval city of Bern, which is on the banks of the winding Ora River. And we're here at the home of the Swiss champions, Young Boys. They've won the Swiss League for the last 4 seasons, but they had to play 6 matches just to get this far. So they're very much the outsiders in this group. Michael Brown, which also contains Atalanta and Villarreal, and with Manchester United now, with the firepower and talent that they've brought in, have to be overwhelming favourites to win this group.
For sure, they've got to be, but Young Boys, it's their chance, their opportunity in front of their home supporters. You're looking at what type of style, what type of system that they'll come up against Manchester United. Well, they're very, very direct, they press, they put the ball in key areas, but we might have seen a slight change in their makeup. We might see something different from them tonight.
And what we must mention again, Michael, is the fact that this is being played on an artificial pitch.
Very much so, the artificial pitch. We've seen Manchester United in that training session yesterday get a feel for it, get ways of playing. It is different as a professional when you get on the pitch, and you know, just speaking to one of the coaching staff there before, you can't just side foot it, it will stick, you've got to give it a bit more. That's why you see a pass over run or a particular shot just trickle into the goalkeeper. It's going to be a leveller, but something Manchester United have got to deal with very, very quickly.
So the scene is set here. We love an early kick-off, don't we, in the Champions League, and we've got one tonight. So two commentaries. We'll be with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge later, but first it is Young Boys against Manchester United. The teams are ready to begin. Young Boys in their first choice yellow and black colours, Manchester United in the mottled blue shirts with the blue shorts and white socks. And the referee, Francois Le Tessier, blows his whistle, and the players take a knee, the players of both teams. Now they're back on their feet, and we're ready to begin the 67th season of this great competition, either the European Cup or the Champions League. The final will be in St. Petersburg next May, and we start in Bern with Manchester United kicking off and playing the ball immediately down the left-hand side. Paul Pogba can't keep it in, and the ball is out of play for a throw-in to Young Boys, who have got the ball with Sylvain Hefty, their right back, who is just waiting for the movement, and he sees that coming across is the midfielder, the Luxembourg international, Christopher Martins, who plays the ball back to him, but maybe a little bit of nervousness there, and Young Boys have conceded a throw-in. While Manchester United have to be conscious of the fact that last season, remember, even though their record away from home was very, very good throughout the course of the campaign, they did lose two crucial matches away from home in the Champions League group against Istanbul Başakşehir, and also that final night against RB Leipzig. And so no slip-ups needed this time in a match like this, Michael.
Definitely, and you look at the team selection, that tells you everything. Wonderful away record from Manchester United in the Premier League, but it was costly on the road in European competitions, we know that. Ollie's team tells you everything. They've gone straight over the press of Young Boys, gone direct, tried to come away from that sort of press and pressure that Young Boys would put on them straight away. So they're turning the ball around, something different that they wouldn't possibly do in the Premier League. Manchester
United, who've made an unbeaten start to the season, are top of the Premier League table, and they've got possession inside their own half. Cristiano Ronaldo through the middle, Michael, Jadon Sancho on the right-hand side. Pogba right over there on the left, as we suspected, with Fred and Van de Beek, and Bruno Fernandes kind of playing in the number 10 role. The number 18, he is the top scorer for United this season with his 4 goals. So 0-0 here. If you've just switched on to us on 5 Live, Champions League commentary. So not Drive tonight, not a full version of Drive. So Tony and Claire will be back tomorrow from 4 o'clock, and we'll have a full roundup of the news at half-time. But early stages here, and Elia is able to run at the Manchester United defence. A left-foot shot across De Gea, comfortably going wide, even though De Gea down to his left, but well wide in the end. But the first chance of the match goes to the home side.
It does. It was a bit of strength from Elia. He just got his body in on Van de Beek and pushed the ball forward. He attacked, he didn't disappoint, straight through the heart of Manchester United, and he gets his shot. I think it was through Maguire's legs, just past the far post. Good effort, but it was always heading wide. De Gea had it covered.
It's a very smoky atmosphere inside the ground, isn't there? Actually, Juliet's suggesting there are people behind us smoking, so that explains why there's a smoky atmosphere. There's
extremely close behind us as well.
They are actually. Yeah, that's right.
You best be careful what you say.
Yeah, well, yes. There's a huge concourse, actually. It's a very modern stadium, this now. It's got a shopping centre attached to it. It's a big rectangle, really. And they can buy their drinks on that big concourse, and they can smoke their cigarettes as they're doing to their heart's content. Young Boys 0, Manchester United 0, as United win a free kick out on the far side, take it quickly. Bruno Fernandes is quickly back onto his feet, and Manchester United coming forward. Bruno Fernandes looking for Pogba. In fact, it's Luke Shaw over there, the fair-haired England and Manchester United left back, as he is now. Ball chipped into the penalty area. Sancho gets a touch, but it just runs away from him. And goalkeeper Van Balmos, who is the young boys' captain, actually, in the absence of the usual captain, the injured Fabian Lustenberger, who is out of the team with an Achilles problem. And another point we really should make is, so on the injured list for young boys is Jean-Pierre Nsame, the Cameroon international, who is their top scorer. 26 goals last season, 41 goals the season before. So those two players, a big loss.
Yeah, it's a huge loss, and David Wagner in the preparation of playing Manchester United. When you qualify, you get the group stage, you've got Manchester United coming early, you need as much help as you want. He's animated straight away down on the touchline. I've actually come up against him, John, and he's had a really good Huddersfield side. He progressed in such a big way, improving that football club, and he's gone on from there. He's very well liked, a workaholic. He sets his team up, extremely organised, and they have different ways of playing. Also, not just the press, he'll play when they can.
Yeah, he's got a little bit to prove as well, hasn't he? Because his last job after Huddersfield was the Schalke job, which went very badly for him, and this is his first job back, and he's got them into the group stage of the Champions League, young boys. But it's Manchester United coming forward with Luke Shaw, one of those powerful runs that we're seeing increasingly from him over the course of the last season or so. But this one comes to nothing on the edge of the penalty area. Camara, the right-sided central defender, the Guinea international, is on the ball with his bleach blonde hair. He, like Naby Keita, we were talking at the weekend, he was caught up in the military coup in Guinea over the course of the last fortnight, so didn't play at the weekend, or didn't start, came on as a substitute. Camara. Young boys win the ball back inside their own half. Now here's Sierro, the midfielder. Sierro slips the ball forward, but Lindelof comes across and plays it back towards De Gea in the Manchester United goal, who will turn and play it out. So Varane getting a rest tonight. A couple of matches after his debut for United, but Lindelof coming back into the team, having started the first two matches of the season before Varane got here.
I think that makes sense, when you're still getting a feel for your new club, your surroundings. It's a sensible one, but you're looking at Manchester United, who are expecting a much more direct young boys side with a 6'3" striker that they've changed in a 4-4-2 system. They put the extra man in midfield, and right on kick-off did they find that out, like ourselves, and that changes the game plan slightly.
Yeah, the big man is Jordan Sibachu, the USA international, who's only on the bench tonight. Great scene, and a goal to our right behind Van Balmos. The ultras, many of them wearing the black shirts, it's either black or yellow and black in there, all jumping up and down in unison. Any number of yellow and black flags in there being twirled around as the ball's chipped out of play on the halfway line. David Wagner, he's all in grey tonight, including his hair, and he's watching as Manchester United take the throw into their own half. I was speaking to who's the young boys media officer last night, Michael, and we were talking about some of the players and whatnot, and how to say some of the names actually as well. And I said, yes, when he was at Huddersfield, he was very happy for us to call him David Wagner. And the media man said, yes, but now he is at Young Boys, and we call him David Wagner. So he's David Wagner to us tonight.
Very much so, with a full head of hair as well, John.
Very much so. Thick head of hair. And the ball out of play behind the goal for David Van Balmos, who will take the goal kick. Great atmosphere. This is absolute Champions League, this, to have an atmosphere like this. Must be brilliant to play on these occasions.
It's amazing, but they're taking this short one. The goalkeeper passing to the centre-back inside of the 6-yard box. We've seen that more often these days. Very, very risky, but that support behind, all jump, incredible. Yeah,
Fasnacht plays the ball out towards the right-hand side. Hefty gives it back to Fasnacht, and Hefty's continued his run, but Harry Maguire is able to make his way out there, the Manchester United captain, and just chip it out of play for a throw-in to the home side, almost level with the edge of their own penalty area. That had to be a foul throw, but referee allows it to go. Manchester United win it back though. I'm not sure I've mentioned Ronaldo's name since kickoff, but here he is in possession for the first time. He's actually gone out to the left wing So he's had a couple of touches of the ball out there, and he holds off camera as if to say, don't touch me. And
it was a little bit, wasn't it? He got a little bit of a shirt pull, a little bit of attention, first couple of touches, but
yeah,
he said
just sort of
camera went all the way out with him to the byline. Will that be something? Will he follow him wherever he goes?
Yeah, it looks as though that might be the ploy, but it was very much, wasn't it? He reacted as though when he just laid his hands on him as though he got an electric shock. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great interest.
There's been
here.
Many players who've had electric shocks. Ronaldo.
Bring back a few memories.
I've been chasing him a few times. Yeah.
Have you?
Fulham 92nd minute winner, I think it was.
Yes, I remember.
United.
I think I was there. You know.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. How different? You know, when you played against him at that time, how different a player is he now?
But I think that was the stage where he was starting to get better, wasn't he? Starting to win games, more consistent, learning the roles, and his body change, his physique, etc. And he just went from strength to strength. Incredible, remarkable. We're so lucky to have him back, aren't we, in the Premier League, watching him today in this Champions League game. Such good professional, ultimate player, and to score 2 goals at weekend, breathtaking.
Certainly was. So this is his second appearance, and not really able to get into the game at all just yet. I mean, great interest here as well in Cristiano Ronaldo. We were watching before the game. I mean, a number of placards in the young boys sections asking for his shirt. Here's Shaw playing it into Fernandes, does well, just knocks it forward. Laupa's in there as well for young boys. Sancho trying to reach it on the edge of the box, but it's cleared away by Garcia on the left-hand side. And then young boys will run it away, and Van der Beek slides in. And he caught Ngamalu as he was trying to take it forward, and the referee's going to call Van der Beek over, and it's only a word.
And I think it's right. That's the correct decision. They won't agree with it all around the stadium. It's a foul. He's just caught him slightly. You see the bench from young boys were all up, the support putting the pressure on the referee. Well played, the referee, calming it down, bringing him over for a word. You know, you don't need to set the tone so early with that yellow card. It didn't need it. And you know, I'm not always one for giving them a lot of credit, the officials, but you got that right.
Certainly weren't in your playing days. 10 minutes gone, young boys nil, Manchester United nil. BBC Radio 5 Live. Welcome listeners as well on Radio Manchester, incidentally. Really good to have you with us, and you can listen wherever you're going via BBC Sounds as well. And you can replay the live radio on there too, as Bruno Fernandes has the ball on the left-hand side. Under his right foot, gives it to Shaw. Shaw looks up, there's a little chip ball into the penalty area, but easy one for Von Balmos, the goalkeeper, to come and catch. Yes, I noticed the big headline on the newspaper Blick here in Bern was Ronaldo Mania in Bern. Huge black letters and a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo when they were training last night. Young boys coming forward, ball played forward to Elia, who's on his own, but he's in the full-back position. Yellow and black shirts coming forward. He's up against Lindelof, turns in one way, goes for the byline, draws it across, and it goes all the way beyond everyone. It was just hit with far too much pace, and it's out for a throw-in. But that's being very warmly and obviously applauded by David Wagner.
Yeah, it was, and you could see him applauding his players. It was very quick, it was slick counter-attacking. There was a little reverse flick in the centre midfield, long ball over. Elliott getting to a good position, Lindelof's coming across, but he goes to cross it with his right and chops it so late back onto his left towards the byline, just getting towards the 6-yard area, fizzes the ball across. There was nobody there from young boys. It was so quick, one to watch, brilliant turn from him.
Thank you, Michael. Managed to get a little drink of water to get some of the smoke fumes out of my mouth. It's got the atmosphere of a Champions League football match, but it's got the feel of a late-night jazz bar as young boys lose possession. Sancho gives it out to Shaw, who's over the halfway line. Bruno Fernandes is waiting out there on the left-hand side. With the outside of his boot, plays it right across. Ronaldo is there! And Ronaldo scores! The ball was over the line. The goalkeeper got a touch on it. He then kicked it away, but the referee says yes, it's a goal. And Cristiano Ronaldo scores on his return for Manchester United in the Champions League as well, on the night that he equals the appearances record in the competition. This is a real roaring start to his Manchester United career, and United lead 1-0 here in Bern.
Well, we mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo. You can say, get off me, don't touch me, I'm around. He gets that one chance. And as the ball comes across, it's a fabulous ball with the outside of his foot. I'm not sure if it was Fernandes, right into the centre of the box. There he is, Ronaldo, coming on, side-footed. He doesn't get that good a connection, as we mentioned, the build-up because of the pitch. He gets enough off it. But it was Valmuz who just doesn't be able to keep it out of the goal. It trickles underneath the goalkeeper's legs and just over the line. They're all looking to the officials, but we can see from here it had just crossed. Off Ronaldo goes to celebrate.
Play still to resume, but now Young Boys get the match underway again, and the goal is confirmed. Young Boys 0, Manchester United 1, and it is Cristiano Ronaldo with his 135th goal in the Champions League proper. So he extends his lead at the top of that illustrious list. Lionel Messi second on it with 120, but now 15 goals behind Cristiano Ronaldo, and the rest are way back. It's actually Robert Lewandowski who's third on the list with 73 meagre.
It's remarkable, isn't it? It's just he finishes it. The chance comes along, the quality's there, the composure, opens that side foot, enough connection. Yes, it just trickles under the goalkeeper, but he showed little flashes, and so now I think the pressure should be on for Manchester United.
His first opportunity in front of goal, and he tucked it away. It's classic Ronaldo, really, but you're absolutely right, Michael, as Young Boys lose possession in their own defensive position in the left-back area. That was careless. It's rattled them, and Gamalou it was who lost possession, going behind in that manner. Ronaldo scoring right in front of those flag-waving ultras, incidentally. But you are absolutely right to pick out the pass from Bruno Fernandes. It's so easy to concentrate on Ronaldo because he scores the goal, but what a pass.
When everybody sees this pass, they'll realise what I mean. Just to see it, and not just that, to execute it on this pitch with the outside of his foot right into the centre of the goal. And there's Ronaldo, that run, but he's seen it. It was a wonderful pass. We've seen him do it many, many times. Just gets a little flick now, confidence is up. And I think Ronaldo was rattled, wasn't he, with that little bit of contact. Here he is on the ball now, little tricks, flashes. He looks so confident, doesn't he? Amazing that he said he was nervous before the game, Newcastle. Will he come out tonight and say, well, Champions League, I was nervous again? I'm not sure he's going to be.
Yeah. And you're saying, Michael, that to play a pass like that on this pitch, on the artificial pitch?
Yeah, because you can get it so wrong, because they went round the corner. Look at them two, brilliant.
Back to that in a moment. Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo combining again. The two Portuguese who combined for the goal. Fred cuts the ball out, but it's cleared away on the edge of the Young Boys penalty area. And that's a real settler for Manchester United as well, in an atmosphere like this, as the ball's just played back by Lindelof to De Gea. So back to that pass.
Yeah, I think what you understand, what people who've played on these type of surfaces will realise, there's a longer pile in the newer type styles that we see now, and that look like grass effect. This is a very short-cut AstroTurf, like an older style one with a lot of rubber inside. I think it's quite sticky to hit that longer pass or to strike it firmly. So actually to go with the outside of your foot, you can easily get that wrong as your foot sticks into the surface. So wonderful execution.
Yeah, well, he certainly didn't get it wrong, Bruno Fernandes. It was a delightful delivery out on the left-hand side with the outside of his right boot, and it fell perfectly for Ronaldo, arriving edge of the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper got enough on it, but it was underneath him and bobbled over the line before he was able to adjust and clear it away.
Do you know the contact that Ronaldo got on it? Like I was trying to explain. You watch it, it comes across, where if it's on the grass, it just slips across, and you have that confidence just to go and take it on. And that's why he didn't have the best contact. I'm confident if that's on the grass, that ball to Ronaldo, he'd dispatch it into the top corner.
That's Michael Brown with us on BBC Radio 5 Live. Drive will be back in full tomorrow with Tony and Claire. Young Boys with Camara clearing it away on the edge of his own penalty area. Just as Michael was talking there about the pitch as well, United just rolled a pass in our direction, and you could just see the ball. It was a natural bobble. Sort of bounce.
Well, they heavily watered it. They've heavily watered it, but that will come away quite quickly. We've still got a decent temperature here, so it will slow down, it will dry. They'll be back on it at half-time, and you can see the stage now. It'll just stick up slightly. They'll be used to it. Manchester United obviously won't be.
Young Boys 0, Manchester United 1. It's been a beautifully sunny day here, but just rather clouding over this evening. But it is shirt-sleeve weather in the Swiss capital. Sevilla playing Red Bull Salzburg in the other opening match of the groups. That's still 0-0. And tonight, Chelsea against Zenit St. Petersburg, live from 8 o'clock from Stamford Bridge with Vicky Sparks and Lee Dixon. And we'll be speaking to Lee Dixon at half-time. And then tomorrow night, live from Anfield, we'll bring you Liverpool against Milan, AC Milan, with Ian Dennis and Pat Nevin. And Manchester City starting out will be there as well for their opening group match against RB Leipzig, who did for Manchester United, remember, last season in the final group match when United failed to get out of the group, even though they won in Paris against PSG. Manchester United 1-0 up and the ball with Shaw, and they're knocking it around very nicely. They did train. Many teams now in the Champions League, the English clubs, will not train. They'll just travel, they'll train at home. But United made sure they trained on this surface. Shaw playing the ball across, it's chested down and away by Lauper, the left-sided central defender who can play in midfield actually. United have got it back. Shaw given away carelessly. Fred is going to have a go, which he does, but the whistle was up for an offside decision, and it is 1-0 to Manchester United. Free kick, Young Boys.
Settle down now for Manchester United. It allows them just to roll the ball around, be more patient, wait for the press to come, pick them off. And when you get that lead, you get that little bit more confidence. You feel like you're on it, and you can see that the confidence is there with Manchester United now. Just look at Jadon Sancho. Kelly asked us at the start of the programme about Van der Beek, what type of role he was in, and I think, where's he going to be? What type of situation is this for him? Will this make him be a regular starter at the club? And I'm interested to see how he gets on today.
Well, it's 3 starts in a row for him. Substitute in the first couple of matches of the season for Manchester United against Leeds and Southampton. So 3 starts in a row. Had a little chance, didn't he, on the left side of the penalty area to maybe get his first goal for Manchester United. But playing very much on the right today. Mason Greenwood on the bench.
Yeah, he's on the right, he's waiting for chances, but it hasn't come his way. We've really seen it down the left-hand side for Manchester United so far.
So it is Young Boys coming forward from right to left, and Red Bull Salzburg have taken the lead in Spain against Sevilla. So the second goal of this new Champions League group stage. The first was scored by none other than Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo. But Young Boys coming forward, and they've got a corner, the first corner of the match. They forced it down the right-hand side, and Vincent Sierro has gone across there to take it, bouncing the ball as he does so. And on this surface, you get a great bounce of the ball. Actually bounces right up to his waist level. And so, Young Boys with a chance from a set piece. Sierro waits to take this. Lots of movement towards the near post, ball to the penalty spot. It's headed down into the ground, actually, by Elia. Back out to the right-hand side. Young Boys here. Crowd expectant, hopeful. Across it comes. Camera gets his head to it. Squeals all around from the people of Bern. But it just glanced out to the left-hand side. And now Gamalou is cutting in from the left. He hits his shot, which is deflected back out and off the pitch by Wan-Bissaka for a throw.
Van der Beek does very, very well defending. He's getting pushed back into the penalty area as it goes to try and get a shot away. He blocks it, and he's working very hard. You can see he wants to try and set that tone, but Young Boys are having a little spell.
They are. Gamalou, Sierro looking to give it back to him. Manchester United on the edge of the box, and a high foot has caught Bruno Fernandes in the face. It was Sierro's high boot. Free kick given by the French referee. Midway through the first half, Manchester United lead by 1-0. They've dominated the game, they've scored the goal.
They have, it's been good, but Sierro there in the central midfield area for Young Boys is trying to make them work. Some good passes, some good set piece and deliveries. Hefty's going all the way right back for Young Boys. When he gets that opportunity, it goes right the way, which created the corner kick for them. So at the right time, they are trying to get forward.
Ball forward for Manchester United. Takes an enormous bounce through to goalkeeper Von Balmos, who's able to hold it quite easily. Manchester United win the ball back. Fred did well there. Now Sancho back to Fred. Pass was a little overhit by Fred. So Young Boys break away now down the left-hand side, and Gamalou can't take it on, and Manchester United have got it back, and De Gea clears from the 6-yard box. One of the stewards just making her way in amongst the media sections, just making sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to do.
She's done that since we've got in the building, John, to be fair. Yeah, she's told us off a few times.
Wasn't happy about my bottle on the desk, was she?
No.
I had to put that under the desk. So, just doing her job. Here's Ebisha, now to the right-hand side. Young boys again, this is their best spell of the game so far. And a left foot shot drilled in, and that's a very good save down to his right by De Gea. It was Sierro cutting in from the left. On target, they had to make the save. Got a good sight of it, parried it away. Manchester United breaking away on the counter-attack. Sancho gives it to Fernandes. Now Bruno Fernandes to Ronaldo. Ronaldo in with a shot which is saved by Van Balmos at the other end, diving to his right. But there we are, from one end, De Gea saving. Within seconds at the other end, Van Balmos having to save to keep out Ronaldo.
Yeah, it was a great save from De Gea down to his right-hand side. Slick counter-attacking. It falls to Cristiano Ronaldo. He gets his shot. He has power this time with his left foot, but couldn't find the net on this occasion.
Sancho wriggling into the young boys' box. The ball bounces away. Fred can't reach it, and so it's cleared downfield now, left-footed. This should be dealt with, I think, by Shaw, who's got Fastnacht all over the back of him, and he's able to just see the ball out for a throw-in.
Yeah, they thought there was a foul, young boys, in the build-up to Manchester United's counter-attack. The manager, Wagner below, is going crazy that they didn't get the decision. That could have been 2-0, very costly for his side. Ronaldo hits the target yet again. Great strike. And on the other hand, it keeps going end-to-end, which that's what we expect from this young boys' side. Great energy, great bravery to keep going at Manchester United. Manchester United get the second, though. Can they change that?
Ball up towards Ronaldo, challenged by Kamara. Not sure there was an awful lot in that, but Ronaldo went down with a yelp and was rubbing the back of his head. Kamara's challenge just headed him in the back of the head, but referee gave the free kick the way of the mighty one.
The manager is going crazy about that decision yet again. He's almost fell to his knees, holding his hands on his head, and he's not pleased with the officials at the minute. But you talk about two specialists on a free kick all around the world football, and you look at these two and you think Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes in and around the ball. The goalkeeper's shouting, a three-man wall. He's wondering which way can they go. I think with this ability, Ronaldo's left it to him. That tells a story in itself.
Well. Wasn't expecting that. Although maybe this is one that you actually just deliver in rather than goal for goal. But I've seen Ronaldo go for goal from there before. But Bruno Fernandes and actually Fred are over it. So it does look as though it is going to be a ball clipped into the area. In fact, Bruno Fernandes plays it in, and it's all wrong. He played a low ball into the edge of the area. He was actually looking for the run of Ronaldo. So it was actually quite a clever little free kick, that, but just not delivered properly.
Now you know exactly why Cristiano Ronaldo stepped away from that ball, because he was the next pass. It was the execution. They knew exactly where it was going.
There might be a goal on the end of it.
Well, they knew, they worked on that. That was set up, it was there, it was just the execution. I think he just rushed it slightly.
Yeah.
If he'd have just waited, they didn't have the charge at the end of the three-man wall. I thought at one point, could Fred take it with that left foot if they move it to the left to clear the wall? Well worked, just the execution poor from Fernandes. Young
boys 0, Manchester United 1. 5 Live, we're on instead of Drive, which will be the way when we've got these early kickoffs in the Champions League. It was a little bit like the Premier League last season, remember, as well. As Elia for young boys. Elia was challenged by Van der Beek. He went down, no free kick. Ronaldo gives it to Jadon Sancho. Sancho's got space on the right-hand side. He's into the penalty area, but then in comes Garcia with a challenge, the left back, the young boy's left back, and he did well. And just as Sancho was looking to deliver to either Pogba or Bruno Fernandes, Garcia was able to win the ball.
I can tell you what Pogba will be saying to him at half-time. He's run the whole length to get onto that back post. Sancho has to deliver right across. It's a slick pass across the centre of the penalty area. He doesn't do that. He hesitates, he looks up, and he gets caught on the ball.
Yeah, Garcia just won his first cap for Switzerland. He's actually Portuguese-born, Ulises Garcia, but was brought up in Switzerland. He's into the Swiss squad. A number of this young boys' squad actually are are winning places in the Switzerland team. The central defender who's not starting this match, Cedric Cessiga, won his first cap this month as well. Fasnacht was one of the players in the squad at the Euros that did very well. Under Vladimir Petkovic, who's stepped down from the role now, the long-serving manager of Switzerland. He's now in charge of Bordeaux. It's not a bad switch, is it? Switzerland to Bordeaux. Young Boys 0, Manchester United 1. Van der Beek getting the ball back. It's his first start of the season for Manchester United. This now ultra competitive Manchester United squad in terms of fighting for places. Ball bounces back. Van der Beek allows it to run to Fred allows it to run to Van der Beek, who's just knocked it back to Harry Maguire. So 1-0 Manchester United lead. Almost half an hour played, and Manchester United worthy of their lead, Michael Brown, although we have seen that warning from the shot from Sierra.
I think we've seen a warning, we've seen some good play from Manchester United. They haven't been extremely cutting, extremely powerful, but Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't miss the target, and at that point gives everyone the confidence, makes the difference on his finishing. Here's
Wan-Bissaka now, tearing down the right wing for Manchester United, still going, gives it to Sancho, continues his run, but Sancho gives the ball infield to Bruno Fernandes. Van der Beek has a foray forward, then he passes back to Fred. Now Bruno Fernandes, 25 yards out, Wan-Bissaka with a cross, but goalkeeper Von Balmos is able to come, catch, and then whack it away downfield. Maguire watches it onto his forehead and sees it back to De Gea, who is there to pass it away from Elia, and Manchester United approach the halfway line. As I say, we'll have a roundup of the day's news during the half-time break. We'll hear from Lee Dixon as well, who will be at Stamford Bridge for us tonight alongside Vicky Sparks. And we're also going to hear a little bit of Wayne Rooney as well, who's appearing on the first edition of the brand new Tony Bellew is Angry podcast, which you can download from BBC Sounds. So Wayne Rooney, a little taster of that at half-time. And of course BBC Sounds, where you can download the 5 Live Football Daily podcast every morning. It'll have all of the Champions League reaction in the morning. Here is Sierra. Tall, short, black hair, goes back into central defence. Now Camara forward towards the right-hand side to Ebisha. And then Young Boys, this is, I think, the longest period of possession that they've had in the game. Floodlights beginning to take effect now. Still plenty of daylight though here in the Swiss capital, as Paul Pogba challenges for the ball but goes down, falls awkwardly. It's taken on by Ebisha, who hits the shot, but Fred was sliding in at the time, and in the end it was rather a wild shot up and over the angle of post and bar for a goal kick.
Yeah, he falls well to Ebisha, he takes it on, he pushes the ball, they're not afraid to shoot, they understand the surface, he gets his shot away, well over in the end, but it's Pogba who goes in with Sierra for the aerial challenge, and he falls awkwardly on his arm, stays down, and he's still holding it and rubbing his right arm now, and you often get that when he rises, goes over the top of an opponent and falls awkwardly. It looks like now he sort of shrugged it off, and Manchester United come forward a comfortable possession.
Ebisha's another one who's forced his way back into the Swiss squad, played in all 3 of their internationals this month after he was recalled, and scored a couple of goals here actually against FC Zurich when Young Boys won 4-0 at the weekend. Tonight David Wagner made 2 changes from that team, so pretty much played his first choice set. As I say, Camara came back into the team. It's played forward by Manchester United. Camara is watching that, and it will bounce all the way through for a goal kick. They've been relentless, haven't they, those ultras behind that goal to our right. They've also unveiled yellow and black banners right across the front 2 tiers of the stand. That's a poor clearance from the goalkeeper, Von Balmos. Fred gifted it. Sancho then to Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. He's manhandled by Ngamalu, and the ball bounces out of play off the Young Boys player for a throw into Manchester United. Van der Beek now, vividly blonde-haired Dutchman. Van der Beek goes back towards Harry Maguire, and the Manchester United captain uses his England teammate Shaw out there on the far side, and back Manchester United go. The drum beating and all of the Young Boys songs. On the banner on the upper tier it reads Gaub, Schwarz, Usus, Herz, which I think means yellow and black in our hearts. Mir lieber unsere Stadt. We love our city. I knew that Duolingo would come in useful at some stage or other. Here's Lindelof inside his own half. Now Van der Beek. Van der Beek curling the ball forward, but it comes off when Gamalou. It bounces down and is cleared away towards the halfway line. This is a tough ask for Elia playing up front on his own. As you said right at the outset, Michael, he's used to Sibachu up front alongside him, and you know he's playing against Harry Maguire, Lindelof, who's got lots to prove, and it's tough.
It's very, very tough, and I think that's why it'd be important that young boys try and stay in this game. The second half, they can change up, they can have something to go at, but it looks comfortable now for Manchester United, as long as they don't leave any of those gaps, because they know young boys are going to come very, very quickly, counter-attack, direct. As long as they've got 2 for 1 on him, and always give yourself that little bit of space just in case, and they should be comfortable.
Pogba quite strongly in on the challenge. Wan-Bissaka quite strongly in on the challenge there.
I think they're going to look at
away
this.
from him, and VAR. It's a red card. Wan-Bissaka sent off. It was one of those where he miscontrolled it, and he looked to step into the challenge, and he's caught the young boys player. And Manchester United are down to 10 men in the 35th minute, so 10 minutes to go to half-time, and there's quite a lot of concern here about the young boys player who's on the receiving end of that challenge. Harry Maguire is speaking to the referee, but Wan-Bissaka sent off, a straight red card. And David Wagner now immediately has called his players around, and you can see it there in his body language. He's saying, look, against 10 men now, we've got a chance here, and he's telling them very, very clear instructions.
He is telling those instructions, but for me, I think it needs looking at. You know, you can see the tackle going in, but my initial thought was, yes, it's not the greatest, but he doesn't fall to the ground. It's not reckless. It's a locked right foot. That makes sense when you go in while stood up. He just tries to get that block with the side of his right foot. Wan-Bissaka, straight away his reaction as he goes down, and I think he's unfortunate.
Well, he hasn't left the field yet, Wan-Bissaka. Paul Pogba comes across and gives him a little hug and a pat on the head. And Manchester United now, suddenly the game has changed here. And it was Christopher Martins, the midfielder, who was on the receiving end of that challenge. He's back on his feet. He's okay. He's still hobbling. He's been given a water bottle. He's taken a couple of big swigs of that. And now he just begins to trot away and is flexing his left leg. But he's all right. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to make a change now. So Manchester United lead by 1-0, but they're down to 10 men. And Diogo Dalot is coming on to play it right back, and it's Jadon Sancho who is sacrificed.
Yeah, you can see why the sacrifice comes into play. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a sensible decision. It's hard for Jadon Sancho. He'll feel extremely disappointed. Another opportunity in a Manchester United shirt. But as coaching staff, as managers, you look at what's best for the situation in his team. They all had a quick sort of meeting about it, quick decision. They're all ready for these type of situations when it happens to a particular player. But it changes the whole outcome now of this match. That red card, and the player jumps straight up, and he's writhing around like he's really, really hurt, and now he's okay, not so sure.
However, when the red card came, it wasn't a complete surprise. Garcia bringing it forward, the ball's gone all the way to the back post. Oh, what a chance! And Sierra, arriving on his right foot on the far side of the penalty area, has pulled it wide. What a chance that was. No, it was Hefty. It was Hefty arriving. And the shot is wide.
It was a wonderful break, wasn't it? They were all hitting the area. It's Fasnat as well on the back post. And as it falls, it just gets fizzed right past the right-hand post. Everybody's up on the seat, you know, away thinking it's a definite goal as he goes with his right foot, pulls it past De Gea. There's Fasnat. He's got to score. I can't believe he misses the target. It was great effort, but straight away Manchester United on the back foot here.
Fasnacht with the chance it was, arriving and just snatched at it. I mean, it was coming at pace, but what a chance that was when Manchester United had just been reduced to 10 men. So United still lead 1-0. But here they come now with the newly arrived Diogo Dalot pushing well forward up towards the edge of the penalty area, but it breaks down. Young boys coming forward. They've tried to introduce a real intensity now, young boys. They're trying to snatch the moment that they have. 1-0 down, but Manchester United with 10 men. They're going to have to play, well, nearly an hour with 10 men.
I think that's the point with 10 men. When you've got a team who've got the ball, got possession, going to outrun you, that's what they're going to try to do. Paul Pogba getting the ball back, Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo. That tells you something straight away of the detail when at times of a team's dominated possession. Back to front can help them. This back four can deal with it. Composure now from Manchester United. Get on the ball, try and get some passes in.
Ball being headed away for Manchester United by Pogba, but Fasnacht was underneath that and had a go at goal and hit it high over the top of the crossbar. We've just got Juliet Ferrington, our producer, has just produced an image, so it's a still of the challenge from Wan-Bissaka on Martin. So it is a still, but we've got a shot there of Wan-Bissaka, the underside of his boot on the left side of Martin's ankle.
So if you see Martin's angle, when anyone sees this shot or when you see the slow-mo, that's exactly when a VAR official or somebody looks at it. It's just on the ankle bone, so it's not higher up on the shin pad. So at that point, to me, it's almost top of the foot, slightly on inside of his left foot on that ankle bone. So at that point, it's not really high, it's not malicious, but when you see it, it looks like it could be a breaker when you see it in that slow-mo position. So is there any intent from Wan-Bissaka? Does he go to lock his leg out? Has he lost control? And only us can see it when we get to see it back. And this is what VAR, this is what we're talking about when you start to look at these decisions. These slow-mos can go right against you.
Young boys coming forward, Manchester United leading 1-0, but the last few minutes have proved to be a real leveller, and Gamalou doing very well on the left and almost found a way past both Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dalot. Now young boys have won possession again, forward of the centre circle, and then forward it goes from Hefti down to Elia, who's in the full-back position on the far side. He's crossing, and it's headed up and away by Maguire. And then a challenge by Shaw inside the box.
They've clashed heads as he's gone down. Yeah, it's a clash of heads, and he's gone straight down there, Luke Shaw. It's a difficult one for him. The head's low. He gets caught, both of them, one on the side of the cheekbone. Luke Shaw looks to have come out the worst of it. And the experience now of Luke Shaw, Maguire will say, stay down, relax, make sure you're okay. Let's try and kill this first half.
It's the right back, Hefti, who was challenging for it. And as you say, Shaw headed it away, and they just came together, and he's okay. That's good to see. He's on his feet, and he walks away. Sevilla have equalised against Red Bull Salzburg in the other early kick-off on this first group night of the Champions League. We'll cover all of the rest of tonight's football as well. A couple of big games in the Championship. Bournemouth against QPR stands out. Aaron Paul is at that for us. And the County Championship cricket coverage continues, by the way, on 5 Live Sports Extra and the BBC Sport website and app. You can listen to every match via the app. So half-time approaching, 3 minutes to go, and De Gea playing it downfield. Completely different game now, the 10 men. Would you agree with me, Michael, in that, as I say, it wasn't a complete surprise when the red card appeared? Or did you feel it was?
I didn't feel like, my initial thought when I seen the challenge, I knew there was one there, and I thought he'd get the benefit of the doubt with the yellow card. When you see slow-mos and VAR, you can make them look as worse as you want. So I think he deserved the benefit of the doubt. But I probably would say that.
You would. As the ball is played back for Sierro to try a shot from 25 yards, but De Gea is able to go down and make the save. But, you know, David Wagner's rallying cry after the red card, that's had an effect.
It's had an effect. You can hear the supporters. It's given everybody a lift in the stadium. Wonderful atmosphere. Those behind the goal now feel like there's a chance to beat Manchester United. And that's huge, isn't it, for them? As you mentioned, the underdog scenario in this group. And with 10 men, Manchester United, and that's one criticism you'd have of this squad at times, is getting that ball back with the attacking flair. Wonderful attacking ability now at the top of the pitch for Manchester United. How do they find a way to stay in this game, to find some sort of rhythm, system,
further down the line. She'll be in amongst us again in a minute. Just you behave yourself.
That could get a yellow card.
I know you've got a track record.
Could get a yellow card sat here doing commentary.
Might be worse. Dismissed, ordered off. As the ball runs out of play, over on the far side for a throw-in to young boys. But this has turned into a test for Manchester. The thing is though, Michael, they had that chance.
They had the chance.
If Fasnacht had been able to put that away at that moment.
What is happening, guys? Thank you so much for joining my stream. I really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on for future updates.
The pressure on Manchester United has allowed them to be composed and collect the thoughts slightly, but they're still under a bit of pressure later on.
Young boys coming again, the ball headed away by Lindelof, cross from the right-hand side. Comes back to central defender Laupa, who has got Ronaldo with him, so plays it back into his own half.
I think you just look at the setup now of what's an unusual one. Bruno Fernandes on the right-hand side of a four-man midfield. Van der Beek inside, Fred, Pogba down the left. So the two wide areas is slight concern to go and help those fullbacks for Manchester United when they're under pressure. The lone striker Ronaldo at the top of the pitch.
Garcia with a cross from the left-hand side, but headed away by Maguire. It comes out to Sierra, tried to turn onto his left foot. Van der Beek put in the challenge, went to ground, and then Martins knocks it back towards the halfway line. Fourth official steps forward, and 1 minute of added time to be played at the end of this lively first half here in Bern.
How is everybody today there, guys? Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, I'd really appreciate that more than anything.
Dinks it to the edge of the box. Oh, Elia misses his kick. It was touched down to him, and Elia misses his kick completely. And then I think Fred's been caught, and that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card for...
Plenty more live streams coming, guys.
That challenge.
Sorry I've not really been talking much on this stream. I'll leave you to enjoy it. See you in a bit, guys.
Sending off is that the VAR official tonight is from France, like the rest of the officials, but the assistant VAR is Massimiliano Irati, who is recognised as one of the top VAR people. So where they are watching this, they'll have had another look at that again, and they've backed up the referee, feeling that it was not a clear and obvious error. Just looking down on the and they're not very far away from us, because we're in a low commentary position here in the Wankdorf Stadium, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is deep in discussions down there with Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick. The discussion continues. The half-time whistle goes. Manchester United lead through that goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, who trots off the field. He's the first one down the tunnel, but Manchester United having to play almost an hour of this match with 10 men after Wan-Bissaka sending off. Michael Brown.
It was a fascinating first half of football. It was Manchester United with that little bit of pressure early, a couple of opportunities, seeing the lively Elia getting some good positions for young boys, but it was all about Bruno Fernandes, a wonderful pass with the outside of his right foot. Cristiano Ronaldo, who else putting the ball in the net? And then at that point, under control, Manchester United moving them around, and the incident all changes with that Wan-Bissaka challenge. Now it's a controlled, sort of a steady your heads talk from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at half-time, but it's still all Manchester United and quite comfortable, but it's going to be a second half full of pressure from young boys.
Well, that was a most eventful and enjoyable first half of football in the group stage of the Champions League for us this season, and at half-time it is Young Boys 0, Manchester United 1.
John, you're right, it was a very eventful first half. Michael, Carl Anker, who's the Athletics Manchester United correspondent, said Man United aren't getting cooked, but there is some light singe work happening at the moment. Look, the fact that they are a goal up, countered by the fact that they're now down to 10 men, means that this is maybe slightly closer than we could have anticipated going into the second half.
There's no doubt about it. It's going to be close now. It's levelled it up. We talked about the pitch. We talked about young boys having that little bit of energy, that desire to get forward, and they might change the system as well and lose that extra midfielder and put the second striker on to really go at Manchester United. They've got quality. That's the difference with Manchester United when the ball comes in around good areas. As you just mentioned, Ronaldo rarely misses these opportunities, so there will be obviously under pressure in the wider areas. Pogba, Bruno Fernandes will be out of that comfort zone for sure, but it's still Manchester United to lose. You expect them to regroup and find a way of controlling the football.
And I know that John said just before Cristiano Ronaldo scored, I feel like we haven't really spoken about him since kickoff. And that's what he does. He finds himself in the right position. And when you have someone like Bruno Fernandes to supply the balls, it's that perfect combination.
Yeah, it was brilliant just listening to John in commentary as the ball gets swept out to Ronaldo. As he says, we've not really spoken about him. Kamara comes tight, he shrugs him off as if to say, please don't touch me. Just looking at the challenge back now, he has caught the top of his foot. It's not higher up on the ankle, Wan-Bissaka. It doesn't look great when you see the challenge again over the top of the ankle, and you can see why the VAR and the referees come for that red card decision.
Yeah, so a good goal from Manchester United, but as you said, that red card for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ahead of the second half, Manchester United leading by 1-0 at Young Boys. We'll be back with the second half with Michael Brown and with John Murray very shortly. In the other early kickoff this evening, it's Sevilla 1, RB Salzburg 1. We'll bring you the rest of the day's sports headlines after the BBC News with Jill Mackenzie.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
The government set out its Plan A to deal with COVID over the autumn and winter. Boris Johnson said we carry on with current guidelines, but he also confirmed booster jabs will be available for older and vulnerable people across the UK, and that 12 to 15-year-olds will be offered a single dose of the vaccine.
When you've got a large proportion of the country, as we have now, with immunity, then smaller changes can make a bigger difference and give us the confidence that we don't need to go back to the lockdowns of the past. And of course, we'll continue to update our advice to you based on the latest data.
So there is a Plan B of measures which will be triggered if the situation changes. They include asking people to work from home again, making face coverings compulsory, and introducing vaccine passports. The government's chief scientific advisor, Sir Patrick Vallance, has again urged the 5 million adults who haven't been jabbed to get the vaccine.
Getting that immunity up means that then the barrier against rises is that much greater. If you think about where we are now with infection rates and the openness that we've currently got, if you tried to do this 6 months ago, the number of cases and deaths and hospitalisations would be through the roof.
The number of job vacancies in the UK has jumped to more than 1 million for the first time since records began in 2001, with some key UK industries reporting labour shortages. Office for National Statistics figures also show employee numbers were back at pre-COVID levels in August. The first government high street vouchers will be issued to people in Northern Ireland next month. The cards are worth £100 and the idea is to help businesses affected by the pandemic. The DUP's Gordon Lyons is the Economy Minister at Stormont.
We want to help during that period where it might have been more difficult for businesses, but also to reorientate spend back from online onto the high street.
The lead author of a global survey on climate change has told the BBC that half of young people fear humanity is doomed. The study, led by Bath University, highlighted the huge levels of anxiety about climate change among young people. Caroline Hickman is the lead author.
What we wanted to do was get this sample of children across the globe and listen to what they were saying about their fears and listen to how their fears were impacting on their daily life. And a shocking number of children told us that this was impacting on daily life like sleeping, eating, going to school, playing.
And prosecutors in the Netherlands say a man from Liverpool was arrested at gunpoint, after being mistaken for a mafia boss. Police believed the 54-year-old was the Sicilian crime lord Matteo Messina Denaro. He was blindfolded and led away by officers in The Hague last Wednesday. He's since been released. Denaro is wanted for at least 50 murders. It's thought he's been in hiding since 1993.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live. Listen live on digital, online, smart speaker or the BBC Sounds app.
Travel news now. There's just a couple of issues on the roads this evening. So the M25 anti-clockwise in Kent. There's one lane closed and queuing traffic after an accident between junction 4 to junction 3. 4 for Orpington, 3 for the M20, the Swanley interchange. In the West Midlands, the M42 southbound has 2 lanes closed. There are long delays there and queues for 5 miles after an accident. So that's southbound at junction 6 for the A45, Birmingham Airport. Congestion is back to junction 8 for the M6 interchange. Travel time there is about 30 minutes. And in Cheshire, the M6 northbound still got 2 lanes closed and queuing traffic for those emergency bridge repairs. That's between junction 17 for Sandbach and 18 for Middlewich and Holmes Chapel. Jill Mackenzie, 5 Live Travel.
BBC 5 Live, the voice of the UK. Around 9 million people in the UK struggle to read and write.
My son used to read to me and I was learning with him words. I think we learned bits of reading together.
Here at 5 Live, we want to start a conversation about adult literacy.
Hearing the powerful stories of people who are speaking publicly for the first time about their struggles to read and write.
Well, I think it's important to do something with your life, and especially when if it's writing and things like that, you know, just get out there and get all the help you can.
Word matters. Listen on BBC Radio 5 Live. This is 5 Live Sport with Kelly Cates.
Manchester United leading 1-0 at half-time in their opening Champions League match against Young Boys. They are down to 10 men, though. We'll be back for second-half commentary very shortly. Elsewhere in the Champions League, AC Milan have confirmed that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is out with an injury for their Champions League tie with Liverpool tomorrow. We'll bring you a preview of that game after 10 o'clock. In other sport, GB's 4x100 metres relay team could lose their Olympic silver medals after CJ Uja's B sample was confirmed to contain a banned substance. Sri Lanka's Lasith Malinga, one of the greatest white ball bowlers of all time, has announced his retirement from all forms of cricket. He's the leading wicket taker in international T20 history and in the IPL. And Andy Murray has called Emma Raducanu's US Open win very special. And he's not the only big name to have been talking about Raducanu.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining the stream, guys. How is everyone tonight? What did everyone think of the first half? I absolutely love Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm so glad he's back playing for Manchester United. But yeah, guys, if you've just joined, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications for future videos. I really appreciate it a hell of a lot. Glad to hear that you're fine, Agos. And what link are you on about, mate?
Goes toe-to-toe with big-name celebrities and sports people to find out what makes them angry and how they deal with it. In the first episode, Tony catches up with Wayne Rooney, where they talk about annoying kids, press intrusion, and why on the back of a...
To be honest, I would have left at some point. I also would have to try and better myself and go and win trophies, but...
If everyone can hear me, let me know, because I'm not sure if my microphone's actually working.
Less
but
money for Everton, but that's where I wanted to play. I didn't want to go to London, didn't want to go to Chelsea. So I took some control back of it, and then I got told, well, the only way you're going to Man United is if you put a transfer request in. So I went into the... this is in Moisey's office, so I went into the canteen. I, Wayne Rooney, request a transfer from Everton Football Club.
I'm just going to speak on chat, guys. Can someone let me know if you can hear my voice? Yes or no?
Moisey's office, said, there you go.
Well, you can hear Tony's full chat with Wayne Rooney on the BBC Sounds app right now, and hit subscribe because next week Ricky Gervais joins the pod. We can say hello to Lee Dixon, who's at Stamford Bridge for our second commentary of the evening. Hello, Lee.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Listen, I'm good, but before we hear from Thomas Tuchel, have you ever handed in a transfer request on a napkin? Were you listening to that, or is that just sounding like a random question?
No, I was a good boy. I never handed any transfer. I was just happy to be where I was. I just tried to go unnoticed so they wouldn't get rid of me.
And happy to be at Stamford Bridge this evening. We'll come to that in just a second after we've heard from Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, thank you so much for the likes, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yesterday.
How is everyone tonight then? Who's supporting Manchester United and who's supporting Young Boys?
The most important is to keep the feeling and to keep the hunger there, because that feeling feeds like also creates a hunger for more, and it's addictive. Winning changes your feeling, your atmosphere here within the building, your work atmosphere. It changes it completely. But at the same time, it is absolutely necessary to forget it and to start from scratch.
Not be long now, guys. The second half is incoming, so stay tuned for another great half of football.
From everybody else around, that we can create a bond out of it, and we can create confidence out of it. But it is about looking up front in sports and taking up challenges which are coming, and this is the next step is tomorrow.
That was Thomas Tuchel. Lee, what do you think are the expectations for Chelsea? They come in as defending champions. They've brought in Romelu Lukaku. They look as though they've got this impermeable defence, pretty much.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Kick off in about 2 minutes, so keep tuned in for the second half.
They'll be expecting to win it. Obviously, they won't win every game, but it's that mentality he was talking about. When I listen to Tuchel talking, he really resonates with me about that winning mentality and about how it becomes addictive and how you want more and want more. And it's not an easy mentality to create.
Yeah, I've just checked my microphone, it is working. But yeah, I really appreciate you joining. Honestly, this is like the best stream I've ever had on YouTube. And I've been trying to get myself, you know, some ideas on what to, you know, bring to the table content-wise and stuff. And I think football streaming is definitely the way forward. So to you guys that are still watching now, I really appreciate you being here. And if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on your notification bell for future videos. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Cheers, guys. Second half coming up soon.
Lampard had his way of playing, and Tuchel came in and changed all of that. He put personnel in that perhaps weren't getting games. So he's really built a squad now that goes out onto every single pitch that they go onto and just go, do you know what, we can win this game. And what a squad of players it is. It's got real depth, and I think that'll be key going into the latter part of the season.
But it's worked so well already in the league, hasn't it? 3 wins and a draw. 45 minutes of that draw. We're down to 10 men at Anfield with the score at 1-1, and they played brilliantly well in that second half of that game. And I would imagine you're somebody who is all for building from defence.
Yeah, absolutely. I think any side that goes and is successful for a long period of time, not just the one-off winning a cup or something like that, but you know, challenging at the top of their domestic league and also in Europe in the Champions League, you have to build it on a defence. It's not a fluke, and what it does, it turns people round facing the opposition's goal. So you haven't got midfield players looking over the shoulder because you're not sure whether you're needed behind, because the back four is solid. So you can kind of just play on the front foot and just see what's ahead of you and really go at the opposition. And I think that base that they've got, you know, they've done ever so well. And you know, a big shout out for the goalkeeper. How well is he playing, by the way? You know, he just looks an absolute natural there. He looks like he's been in the team for a long time. He's decent with his feet. You know, Tuchel, if you look at the strength of the team and then take the first team out of it, and then you put the ones that are coming in behind, and maybe 1 or 2 will play tonight, but they look so strong. They've got that competition, and I'm talking like international competition in virtually every position. So they're going to take some beating this season. You know, I think this season in the Premier League it's probably going to be the best we've ever seen, because I can't see the 4 teams.
How is everyone tonight then?
The 4 big teams.
Get ready for the second half. A couple of minutes yet and we'll be back on live, guys.
They've got so much quality in their squads.
But yeah, to those that have joined, genuinely, this is the best stream that I've had to date. So I appreciate every bit of interaction from you guys. And again, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for future videos. I'm going to be streaming music, sports, plenty of gaming. So yeah, I'm trying to get this channel out there, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button as well on the stream, guys.
Big night in the Championship as well. Bournemouth has QPR at Dean Court. One of those two could go top. Aaron Paul is there for us. Evening, Aaron.
Yeah, hello, Kelly. 2 of the 4 remaining unbeaten teams in the FL do battle this evening, and wherever QPR are involved, there is.
Where is everyone from? Come and have a chat with me in this comment section.
Back to 3-0 against Reading. Andre Gray grabbed one of those goals. He said he's desperate for more after his loan move from Watford, but starts off the bench with Lyndon Dykes leading the line in place of Charlie Austin,
who's supporting young boys and who's supporting Manchester United.
Ryan Christie makes his first Bournemouth start.
Got 18 viewers in. Second half is about to start, guys.
And thank you very much. We're going to head back to the Wankdorf Stadium in Switzerland for Young Boys against Manchester United with Michael Brown and John Murray.
Thank you, Kelly. Yes,
game starting again now, guys.
To the Swiss capital, where Manchester United lead by 1-0.
Hit that subscribe button, guys.
Scoring, but
turn on your notification bells as well.
Sent off 10 minutes before half-time. And we've seen a couple of interesting substitutions that have been made by both coaches, actually, both quite significant in that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has taken off Donny van der Beek. So this rare
Thank you so much for
him,
subscribing.
and
Appreciate
he's
that a
brought
lot.
on Raphael Varane. So 3 central defenders now for Manchester
My
United.
predictions are
the United team
Ronaldo's
here,
going to score again in second half, and I
Dalot,
think the game's going to
substitute,
end
playing as the right wing
2-0.
back, Shaw on the
I think it's going to be
left-hand
2-0.
side, Lindelof,
Young
Varane
boys have looked
and
quite
Maguire,
attacking
then Fred, Bruno Fernandes,
in places this evening.
Pogba and
Manchester United have had
Ronaldo.
plenty of possession
So
on the
those
ball
are
as well.
10 men of Manchester
But
United.
Ronaldo's back with
But
a
the change
vengeance,
for young
guys.
boys is interesting
Watch
as
out
well,
for
because
Ronaldo.
the USA
Even though he's
international
36-year-old,
Jordan
he is
Sebastian on.
still
The young boys coming
a
forward,
fucking
ball across the
amazing
middle of the area,
player.
cleared away. Varane
Anyway,
gets
I'm
his
going to leave you
first
guys
touch
to
and is able
watch
to
the,
volley it on his
listen
left
to the
foot.
stream.
The young boys have
Enjoy
it
it,
on the halfway
guys.
line.
And again,
Yellow
make sure you
and
hit that
black
subscribe
of young
button
boys,
and
the
turn your
half
notification
shirt.
bell on for future
And
updates. I
Manchester
really,
United
really
in the
appreciate
blue
it. And if you
change
could drop me
kit,
a
the
like
light
on this stream as
mottled
well,
blue
that'd be
and
amazing.
white
Thank you,
shirts
guys.
and
Enjoy the
socks,
game.
and the plain blue shorts with the red trim. So Michael Brown, substitutions to discuss from both coaches.
Yeah, we expected the change from David Wagner, putting that aerial threat at the top of the pitch that we mentioned. But for Manchester United, the shock was coming when you seen Varane getting stripped, what he was going to do, taking that midfielder off, Van der Beek, who's got that energy. I always said it didn't look comfortable for Manchester United having the 2 wider players and Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in that 4. I think what it allows now is them to come inside, trying to get on the ball. Bruno Fernandes and Pogba, Fred just sitting as that holding protection in front of that back 3. Luke Shaw can go all the way, Dalot can go on the right-hand side. So I see it, I understand it, but whether they can get on the ball or whether there's too many defenders in the play, we'll soon find out.
That's Premier League midfielder Michael Brown. And we're watching Manchester United 1-0 up here. But this could be a test yet for them. Manchester United with Maguire and Shaw clearing. Fred might have used his arm to control that, but Bruno Fernandes is in there and Fred plays it calmly out to Shaw here on the left-hand side. Welcome back as well, listeners, to BBC Radio Manchester, who join us on 5 Live. Here at the Wankdorf Stadium, the atmospheric Wankdorf Stadium, with young boys playing from left to right and attacking the popular end that we were referencing in the first half, where all of the flags are being waved by the ultras. As Manchester United with Harry Maguire, floodlights taking full effect now. It's beginning to get dark here now on the south side of the Bern city centre, the medieval Altstadt, the old town, which is absolutely delightful. Fred playing the ball forward, but headed away by Garcia, and that bounces out of play on the halfway line.
What this system does, John, it's a difficult one for Harry Maguire, playing that left-hand side of the centre-back role. If they're going direct through the middle, can Varane cope with that aerial threat? Got your main header of the ball, the centre-back in Maguire coming down this left-hand side. He is comfortable, though, to come out on that left foot. We know he's comfortable with the ball at his feet, but it'll be slightly different. They've not worked on it, as we know.
Or have you lost the Wankdorf Stadium?
Boys against Manchester United. This is Vicky Sparks, Lee Dixon alongside me for Chelsea, the European champions, beginning their campaign this season against Zenit St. Petersburg, and we can bring you the team news. So 5 changes for Chelsea from the win over Aston Villa in the Premier League at the weekend, but they go strong. Mendy in goal, the back 3 of Rudiger, Christensen and Azpilicueta. Ahead of them, Alonso, Jorginho, Kovacic and Reece James, with Ziyech and Mount supporting Romelu Lukaku, making his Champions League debut for Chelsea up front. And we can now take you back to Switzerland and John Murray.
Thank you, Vicky. Sorry, I don't know how long we're lost for, but we're back now. Still Young Boys 0, Manchester United 1. And Manchester United with, actually the referee is going to play a drop ball, so he stopped play because he was concerned about the extent of Bruno Fernandes' injury, and he's okay, we should say. Michael Brown.
Yes, he's okay. all looking eyes on the official, wondering how long he's going to go back for.
You can see that coming forward for Young Boys, and he crosses from the left-hand side. Varane is there to head it down, and the ball's deflected out of play off Lindelof, and it's a corner to Young Boys, and they've got a bit of wind in their sails here, the Swiss champions.
You can see the supporters all behind, very excited, as was the manager, just for a corner kick. It tells you the pressure that's starting to happen here in this stadium, but Manchester United have said they've got to get first contact on this set piece.
Here's the corner for Young Boys, headed away powerfully by Varane near the penalty spot. Comes out for the ball to be played to the right-hand side, and now Ngamalu tries to take it on, but United are able to get it away, but then Cristiano Ronaldo is dispossessed. I could see him gritting his teeth, and it's played into the penalty area towards Sibachu, attempted to lay it off to just a little pass to Lauper, actually, the central defender, and it broke down, and Manchester United now clear towards the halfway line. You know, people will have looked at this game.
Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. How is everyone tonight? Come and have a chat with me in the comment section. And if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for future videos. Also, drop me a like on the stream, guys. I'd appreciate that so much. So this is a new channel, and I'm trying to get, obviously, you know, as many subscribers as I can. You know, you guys joining the stream is everything to me. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, if you're new here, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. Plenty more football streams coming, lots of gaming and plenty of music. So yeah, enjoy the game, guys.
Extremely strong side. We thought he might have changed one or two more, but as you said, he realised he wanted to get a good start in this difficult fixture.
And Maguire putting in the challenge that sees Martins throwing himself down to the ground after that. I don't think Maguire and Shaw were terribly impressed by his reaction, and it was Martins, remember, who was the player who was challenged by Wan-Bissaka when the Manchester United right back was sent off, which incidentally we've seen that now time and again, and I can clearly see why it was given as a red card. Cross in from the right hand side, that is headed away. Pogba gets it down, it's congested in there. Fred goes down, the artificial pitch, there's a huge plume of water comes up. It was, oh, Ronaldo wins the ball back from Camara, Ronaldo into the box, Camara was leaning into him and Ronaldo went down rather easily there, and the referee right on it, Francois Letessier, he was right there, he was only a few yards away. Ronaldo is absolutely furious here, he was throwing his arms up, down on the ground. I don't think there was enough in on that challenge for that to be a penalty. Do you?
It was the counter-attack from Manchester United. Fred does well. The referee allowed a play on, but it's end-to-end here.
It is. Hefty now at the other end, the right back. Hefty puts his foot on the ball and then rolls it back. It's knocked in field by Elia. Square from Martins. And now Garcia, the left back, is joining in the attack. His ball to the edge of the area is deflected out by United for a throw on the far side.
Yeah, deflected, great hit, but it was all about Ronaldo. Camara lost the flight of the ball. As you know, Ronaldo coming in off that left-hand side, he judged it well, he pushed the ball out, he was away towards the goal. You're thinking, can it fall? The ball just didn't settle at his feet. He was under that little bit of pressure from Camara. He goes to the floor, and as you've said, there was a bit of contact, but not enough for me to gain the penalty.
Yeah. But Ronaldo has made it absolutely clear with his body language that he feels that should have been a penalty. Both of us, not so sure.
And John, what it does as well is if he can gain the penalty for his side with 10 men, he wins the game. That's experience. I know a lot of people will question his judgment there, but there wasn't enough contact. He realises that, but he put the pressure right back on the official.
Ebisha is going to have a goal right-footed, but that was very optimistic from 30 yards plus, and it just sails away into the supporters behind the goal.
Ronaldo's not let this go. He's gone right up to the official. He's telling him it's a definite penalty. Whether he believes it or not, he's putting the pressure right on the official. As I said, the senior professionals, as they learn over the years gone by of what they've realised, that these officials can slightly be leaning to think, did I get that decision wrong?
Well, certainly Cristiano Ronaldo, using all of his experience, 36 years old now, to make the referee think that he's got that wrong. But the point is, he will be talking to his fellow official, he'll be talking to VAR, who will have had a look at it again, and that discussion will be going on. But even so, that is
That's the difference for the officials this time, because before VAR they had the assistant referees saying, I think you got that one right, but they're not fully sure. Have you fully got the backing? But when VAR have watched it back 5 or 6 times, you just get that little note saying you got that perfectly correct, and you shouldn't be judged by player power.
No, but however, Ronaldo thoroughly dischuffed. But young boys coming forward on the edge of the penalty area, and Gamalu into the box, takes it towards the byline. The challenge comes in, and it's blocked behind. Fred went with it. It's another corner to young boys.
Fred gets a lot of criticism. He's working extremely hard in that midfield area, breaking up, blocking, some good touches as well.
Yeah. Typical hard-working night by Fred. Corner though from the left for young boys. It's a high one this time towards the penalty spot. In fact, it's bounced all the way to the edge of the box, and well, he got right underneath it, Elia, and has sent it high over the top of the crossbar, and the moment has gone.
It's still going now, the ball, wasn't it? It's a poor execution, and straight over the stand behind the goal. But when it comes to him, the overload was good. He just pulled away from the melee of the players and sat back and waited for that opportunity. And what we've seen so far, it looked like he had some quality, doesn't he? He'll be disappointed with that. Take a touch, be cool, hit the target, make the goalkeeper save it.
Yeah. Metaphorically speaking, it didn't actually clear the stand, but it was one of those that if the stand had not been there, it would be bouncing off down towards the Ara River somewhere.
It went into the top half of the stand then, John.
Yes. As young boys have it in the centre circle. A really compelling start to our Champions League coverage in the group stage this season. 1-0 Manchester United lead, but this is a proper contest as the ball bounces out of play on the far side. We've got commentary on the holders, Chelsea, the European champions, against Zenit St. Petersburg, who will host the final this season. That will be from 8 o'clock, live from Stamford Bridge with Vicky Sparks and Lee Dixon. And tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Liverpool against AC Milan. But the ball is being brought forward by Ebisha, who chips it into the penalty area. United get that away. It's down in the full-back position. Down to our right, Pogba being put under pressure by Ebisha. Uses Maguire, who clears right-footed, and Ronaldo shoulder to shoulder with Lauper. Again, there's not much contact there, and Ronaldo collapses to the ground. And up he gets, hands on his hips, a little gesture, and he stands and he glares at referee Letessier, who just ignores him.
And he's now got his hands on his hips, looking at the referee, trying to get some contact. The reaction in the stadium's brilliant, isn't it? As soon as it goes near him, whether it's a foul, whether it isn't, because it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
How dare you not give that as a free kick?
This is an exciting game. Anything could happen.
And Bruno Fernandes, his Portuguese international teammate, he was doing the body language, and Bruno Fernandes was doing the talking right in the referee's ear. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of speaking in jest here, but that's what you get when you bring in experience like Cristiano Ronaldo. There's much more to it than just the absolute talent that he has. Bruno Fernandes now herring around as young boys play the ball back to goalkeeper Von Balmos. So just the one goal so far in this match, and the other early kickoff, still Sevilla 1, Red Bull Salzburg 1, but Cristiano Ronaldo, it's Bruno Fernandes. If you weren't listening earlier, it was in the 13th minute, so an early goal. Brilliant ball across from Fernandes and tucked away by Ronaldo in the 6-yard box underneath the goalkeeper, and it did go over the line. But he has Hefty now crossing the ball, but it hit Shaw, bounces down. Fastnacht, his cross is blocked by Shaw, and Fastnacht allows it just to roll and bounce out of play for a throw-in, which is taken into the penalty area. Elia, poor touch on his chest, it bounces behind, and it's a goal kick. But all of the action is down the end to our right, and it is 1-0 to Manchester United, 5 Live, Radio Manchester, half an hour to play, and this by no means is over.
It's not over. You see the pressure they're on. I've got to say, Luke Shaw there, brilliant defending. He got overloaded. He come inside to protect that back three, and then he's seeing the danger of the big long switch. He comes across, great defending. He's composed, he's relaxed, But the moaning now that De Gea's taken too long. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo trying to buy a foul at the top of the pitch. They're under pressure, this Manchester United team.
Yeah, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he was off the bench, Solskjaer there, indicating that he wanted United to go long there. Pogba was on the halfway line, and I think he was saying to De Gea, find Pogba. You know, don't get yourself into difficulties here. But then De Gea hits the goal kick straight out of play, just next to where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is standing in discussions again with coach Kieran McKenna. It's interesting actually, because we've seen quite a lot of what's been going on, and Darren Fletcher, now part of the Manchester United setup, has been quite heavily involved, hasn't he, out here?
He has. In yesterday's coaching session, he's enjoying his role to help out. Obviously, there's one or two staff light at the moment for Manchester United for one reason or another.
Here's Elia down the right-hand side for Young Boys, cuts back against Fred, takes him on again, back onto his left foot, then crosses, and the ball was out of play. Fred was right there.
I tell you what it does, having a Darren Fletcher in that dressing room, in and around that experience, games like this at half-time when he's going in and around helping the manager, Michael Carrick, as well. They know, they've been there, they've seen it, and just the little pointers that they can see to help the manager out, and I think they've got a real good clutch of young coaches, experience in there with Mike Phelan. I think it's a nice blend for Manchester United.
Just past 7 o'clock, back at home in the UK, just after 8 o'clock here in Switzerland. Young Boys 0, Manchester United 1, if you've just joined us on 5 Live. Early kick-off in the Champions League, and we're bringing you commentary live from the Wankdorf Stadium with just under half an hour to go, and Manchester United leading 1-0, and Harry Maguire with a free kick that United will look to take. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got one more substitution left that he can make, as Maguire is taking his time over this free kick, which he strikes now down the left-hand side. It's straight out of play, and you can hear the Young Boys fans behind us. That's indicative of the kind of atmosphere that we've got inside the ground now. This is a true pressure situation Manchester United find themselves in.
And this is a strange game. We're on a leveler of a pitch, 10-man situation. We've got flair players at Manchester United who are not the best at doing the other side of the game, and they're going to have to find something, so they're going to have to slow it down, play something different. We see Maguire there, percentage, just play the longer ball, and it'd be strange for some of these players to play a game like this.
1-0 Manchester United as Ebisher allows the ball to run, and in goes Maguire on the edge of the box, but Martins was in there again. In fact, it was Subachu who was in there on Harry Maguire, and that's a free kick. Again, now littered with free kicks, and Manchester United slowing the game down. This is what they call managing the game, but the referee's onto this. Fourth official is also being talked to by David Wagner, and now they've left it for David De Gea to come forward, and it's a yellow card for the Manchester United goalkeeper. That's for time wasting. That was coming.
It was coming, but the point is he's allowed to leave the ball and let his goalkeeper come up to take it. You know, you can hear you can hear all the noise around us saying there's time wasting, but give him a warning. And you know, Varane, he's not done it many times, has he? Why should he get the yellow card? But this is what's been created now, hasn't it, by the atmosphere, the red card, the way the game's going, and I think it's going to be a little bit more of it.
Yeah, as Young Boys have the ball deep inside their own half with Laupa to the halfway line, and Young Boys keep possession. Back it goes to Camara. I mean, it is fascinating with United 1-0 up, United playing with 10 men, but there's Ronaldo down at the other end as the constant threat there, that should Young Boys just let things slip, that he could be in. Here is Garcia now. Ball up towards the edge of the penalty area, and Gamalu takes his place inside the box. Back it comes to the left-hand side, played in by Elia, and that's headed away for Manchester United by Shaw. Did well there, the left back inside the box under pressure, and then Pogba, he leans into his opponent, who goes down. They wanted a free kick for that. United again inside the penalty area, but that's cleared away on the left foot by Dalot. Young Boys again. Martins plays it to the right-hand side. Hefty up against Luke Shaw. Hefty, little ball in now to Fasnacht. who will use Ebisha, who's behind him, and then back to Laupa near the halfway line, up towards the edge of the box. Attempted turn and shot, but that's blocked by Varane on the edge of the penalty area. And again, Manchester United are able to clear it away. It's all young boys now. Fasnacht uses Elia, who's out on the right-hand side. He's got space, he plays it in, double deflection, it's in! Young boys have got their goal, and it's 1-1. And Gamalou is able to stab it goalwards, and the wrong-footed De Gea got a touch to it, couldn't keep it out. And that goal had been coming for the Swiss champions. It's young boys 1, Manchester United 1 now.
And the pressure was there. Manchester United looked like they had a good shape, but it was down the right-hand side. Hefty got the space finally. Luke Shaw couldn't get across to close it. The ball comes across, ricochets, and Gamalou there is unorthodox. Just poked it with his left foot past the near post of De Gea. I don't know how he managed to do it, but as you said, it was coming, it's a finish, and now we've got a real game on our hands here.
Manchester United's unbeaten start to this season is right under pressure here. They've been pegged back now to 1-1. What a noise inside the place. It's only the second time Manchester young boys have been involved in the group stages of the Champions League. Last time Manchester United were in their group then as well, 3 seasons ago. United won 3-0 here, but this is by no means easy, and they're coming again, and now Gamalou, who scored the goal, had a chance there to strike young boys in front, but got right underneath his shot from the left side of the area, high over the bar.
The cut in Manchester United at the moment, the energy, the pressure, the work rate is ahead of Manchester United at this present. We understand the 10 men, that back five, that back three system. Is that working for Manchester United? I'm not so sure at the moment that there's enough support, enough quality on the ball. They've got it, but they're wasting the chances with long balls. But again, another opportunity. And Gamalou this time with his right foot coming in off the left-hand side. All he's got to do is caress it, hit the far post, hit the target. As I said, the pitch is sometimes inconsistent, puts the ball over.
There's still a long way to go here. Young boys 1, Manchester United 1. And the 10 men are rocking a little. Forward it goes for young boys to their goal scorer. Found the net in the 66th minute. Moumi and Gamalou. Now Elia on the right-hand side. He was involved in the goal as well. His ball across. Elia's cross from the right comes off.
Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. Really appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications for future videos. Plenty more football to become, plenty of gaming and plenty of music streams to be shown to you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. A lot of people don't realise that this is an audio stream only. Obviously YouTube ban live streams, especially football. So yeah, enjoy it, guys, and I'll leave you to watch the match. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it genuinely.
And then a swing and a miss, ball into the penalty area. It bounces. United clear. It takes a deflection and it's out of play for a throw-in to United. David Wagner continues to clap his hands. He's got a light grey pullover on. I'm not sure he's got anything on underneath his pullover. And when he was at Huddersfield in those days, he did mastermind a home win against Manchester United in their first season, their successful first season in the Premier League. And Manchester United now preparing a double change. Of course, in the Champions League, you can make the changes, the multiple changes. It's not like the Premier League having reverted back to the 3 substitutions. So both Matic and Jesse Lingard are going to come on for United. It needs something.
It does need something. I did fear for Manchester United of getting the ball back. Obviously wonderful, talented players, but not always when you're under that pressure with 10 men. Very difficult. Midweek game as well after travelling. But it's not been good enough this second half from Manchester United.
So Jesse Lingard and Nemanja Matic now limbering up in front of us. This very low commentary position here, just to the left of the halfway line. 5 Live and Radio Manchester with the commentary. And Manchester United finding it tough here in Bern. 1-1 United. Bruno Fernandes now could do with taking a breather. They've tried to slow the game down, but the referee was onto that. And everyone getting to their feet. around the stadium as the applause goes on. And Martins uses goal scorer Ngamalou on the left-hand side. Mumi and Ngamalou, the Cameroon international, united with win it back with Fred. And now Luke Shaw will carry the ball forward. Uses Ronaldo, who again goes. There wasn't a lot of contact there from Hefty, but it is a free kick. Certainly wasn't a hefty. It was a hefty challenge, but it wasn't a hefty challenge. And it's a free kick to Manchester United, and they'll make the change now. Bruno Fernandes coming off, Michael.
Yeah, you see, he had to make something. He had to do some changes. All the players who he wouldn't have wanted to play 90 minutes tonight, that's for sure. He wouldn't have planned to have the game like this. And
Cristiano Ronaldo just goes across to Fernandes as he's walking off, taps hands. You know, I think that's for his contribution to the goal that Ronaldo scored.
Yeah, looking at Ronaldo, he knew exactly what he was doing. He come to say well done to Bruno Fernandes, walked away, killed a little bit more time, then realised he was the substitute as well to come off.
It's Ronaldo coming off. Ronaldo is the second player.
John, he knew what was going on there. He just killed it a little bit longer, delayed it. And I understand those decisions from Ole. Some supporters will be saying, why do we take Bruno Fernandes or for Ronaldo? He's got to get some legs, got to get some power, he's got to get something from this game, because at the moment they're really in trouble.
So both Portuguese stars are withdrawn. Young Boys 1, Manchester United 1. Matic and Lingard are on, and Young Boys are breaking forward now. Elia being forced infield, still going. The support from Martins. I think a lady behind me, I think she might have the vapours. Martins has got it on the right-hand side. Martins, little ball, and then he slows it down and plays it back towards the halfway line. I think she's going to do herself a mischief, Michael. Which one is she behind it?
The scream was on, wasn't it? As soon as the attack, she's screaming away to try and get this goal. She's screaming the ball in the net.
Young Boys 1, Manchester United 1. Elia plays it back towards the halfway line. So Jesse Lingard now is the man furthest forward through the middle.
Yeah, Matic just goes in there, that natural holding midfielder to go and help Fred out. Pogba just down on the left-hand side of him. Jesse Lingard, fresh legs. Can he get something from it? Can he get an attack? Can he get a 1v1? They've got to get the ball back where they've been poor in this second half, and as I mentioned as they were going in, they've got to come out, be brave and keep the ball. I know it's in difficult conditions. They haven't done that, Manchester United. Ultimately, the boys have had far too much of it.
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is he effectively saying here, the position that we're in this match, pegged back to 1-1, playing with 10 men, this is a night where we need real hard workers. So Matic and Lingard are on, and Young Boys coming forward, cross to the right-hand side. Hefty brings it down. Hefty's cross to the back post. Crucial touch from the head of Varane. Just to nick it away. There were two Young Boys players at the back post, and Varane's touch took it away from them. Young Boys come again. Hefty volleys it into the penalty area. It's over the top of Sipachu. Now Garcia left side of the penalty area. Fred is there with it. Oh, Fred had a little goal there. If he'd gone down Garcia, that might have been a penalty. And Ngamalou now on the left-hand side. This place is an absolute ferment at the moment. Edge of the box, curling shot, but that's high over the top of the bar. Got underneath it, fast-knocked, and that's a goal kick, and that gives Manchester United a chance to have a breather. Lindelof is actually leaning forward with his hands on his knees. Goal kick.
Yeah, Fred was lucky, as you said. He had a little nibble, tried to get a little challenge in, but David Wagner below us is delighted with his side. The encouragement all around, and what they're doing is they're ringing the box on Manchester United. They're relentless with the pressure. They keep putting it on all over, not allowing Manchester United to breathe, and you can see straight away the retention's been fantastic from the Young Boys, getting the ball back in the second half.
Yeah, we're the Young Boys is the shout and the song all around the ground, most notably right in our ears behind us. And Young Boys 1, Manchester United 1. Chelsea against Zenit St. Petersburg to come. Paul Pogba tangling, ball breaks for Young Boys. Here they come again. Elia 7 or 8 yards inside Manchester United territory. Martins of Luxembourg playing the ball towards the left-hand side. Garcia. Can't imagine there've been too many Luxembourg internationals who've played in the Champions League over the years. And Ngamalou now down the left-hand side. The challenge comes in. It's another corner. It bounces away off Dalot. Corner from the left.
Amazing, isn't it, from this home supporters. Look at, here they go again.
Taking it short. Here's the ball into the near post. Sipachu stretches a leg, and it's deflected wide and behind of the near post. And
Varane,
It's a
Varane
corner.
I think gets right across that front post. The ball was dangerous as it whizzed across, and Varane got in a good position to push the ball in the near post for another corner.
And suddenly, with 15 minutes to go, all of the Young Boys fans, almost as though synchronised. Here's the corner, played in from the left-hand side, but straight into the arms of De Gea. All the fans suddenly raised their yellow and black scarves high above their heads, and now they're twirling them.
I mean, look at that behind the goal. It's incredible, isn't it?
And
all
Michael,
the scarves, all the flags.
Again, people will have seen this fixture today as the ball is played downfield for Jesse Lingard, and it's actually been headed out of play by Laupa for a throw to Manchester United down the right. People will have seen this fixture and thought, yeah, United will win that.
Yeah, but you look at this City and have looked at this game, and it's the biggest game they've had, haven't they? We've had a situation that no supporters have been able to go to games. This is huge, and you can tell the atmosphere in and around the stadium that we've been witnessing. What an atmosphere.
Yeah, as Pogba's been caught there, the ball just ran away from him and the challenge came in, and Pogba, I think, has been caught on the shins by that one, and he stayed down, and United are saying he'll need some treatment, and my suspicion is that he's okay, but this is giving Manchester United a chance just to see if they can possibly quieten things down. So Pogba will receive a little bit of treatment. We've got Chelsea against Zenit St. Petersburg to come live on 5 Live tonight from Stamford Bridge with Vicky Sparks and Lee Dixon. Tomorrow night you'll hear Liverpool against AC Milan live from Anfield. We're going to hear from Jurgen Klopp a little bit later on as well, talking about what he's taken from Emma Raducanu's victory. Everybody's taking something from it, Michael. But it's a free kick to Manchester United. Now out on the right-hand side. Pogba's okay, as I suspected, and someone's run onto the field. So the stewards have raced on. I'm surprised anything's been able to get past the young boy stewards here. They've got their eyes on everyone, but somehow this individual has managed to find a way onto the field. So, I mean, that adds to the craziness of the night. I mean, you wouldn't think it in the middle of this city, honestly, if you've never been to Bern. It's a beautiful place. It's got cobbled streets, little alleyways, lovely old buildings. The church opposite where we're staying, Michael, was, they reckon it was first built in 1280. So there's history everywhere you look, but it's very genteel, isn't it? It's very genteel and calm. You wouldn't think that we'd have this sort of bear pit atmosphere inside the Wankdorf Stadium. No, and this chap down here.
It's an amazing place, isn't it? Really beautiful
it's
place.
Lovely.
And
I'd recommend it, anyone coming here, but you need to bring your money with you, don't you?
I don't think you've brought any with you, have you yet, John? Not seen it.
How rude. I'm going to react like Cristiano Ronaldo to that comment. Here's the free kick then for United, into the box, Maguire bounces out, Lindelof plays it across the box, it's rattling around him, and then it's whacked away downfield for Young Boys. That's a rare moment where Manchester United have created a little bit of something in the opposition penalty area in the second half. United totally in control in the first half, weren't able to get the second goal. Should repeat again that Christian Fasnacht had a really good chance just after Wan-Bissaka was sent off. I mean, the equaliser did eventually come, but this has been a real battle. However, we're into the last 15 minutes now. Young Boys 1, Manchester United 1. You're listening on 5 Live and Radio Manchester from the BBC. And Gamalou. Garcia now on the left-hand side. Challenge from Dalot forces the Swiss side back to the halfway line. Camara just takes it forward. Oh, that's a poor ball from Cameron. Matic was in to prevent it reaching Martins, and Martins has now been upended. And Bruno and Manchester United players.
He's on a yellow card.
Ronaldo.
He's on a yellow card. They're saying they want a decision to be made. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes were very quick off the bench.
They were the two Portuguese running towards the fourth official. These are players who've been substituted. Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's enraged the Young Boys supporters just in front. Well, at least the Young Boys supporters who aren't wearing Ronaldo shirts, that is, of whom there's quite a few down there. But
what I notice as a player, what those Manchester United supporters listening to this on commentary, if they don't think Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo have got fire in the belly, watching them jump off that bench when they're not even playing, let me tell you, they still playing it, they want it. That's a great sign for me, that. Brilliant.
It's all happening here tonight in Bern as Young Boys come again down the left-hand side, and there's been a coming together. Two players, maybe a clash of heads. down in that United right-back area, so another little stoppage of play. We're into the last 10 minutes now. It's still 1-1.
We are. Manchester United are under pressure. It tells you it's very, very tense. They're doing things slightly different. But just looking at the stats, it just tells you about the night thinking it's going to be comfortable for Manchester United against Young Boys. 16 shots Young Boys have. Manchester United only 2 shots. 2 shots on target of a Manchester United side coming to Young Boys where you're expecting, you know, loads of shots, loads of efforts, a comfortable night, more possession for Young Boys as well.
Still the stoppage goes on. Dalot has stayed down, so this is a lengthy little break in the game here, which again I think serves Manchester United well. They know that, and they're going to make another change. David Wagner is going to bring on, Young Boys are going to bring on another young boy, the 19-year-old Fabian Rieder, who is Swiss under-21 international, homegrown player through the youth system here, and he is just about to join the action in this high-octane Champions League match here in Bern. Rieder, who will come on, Dalot's okay incidentally, and Rieder is going to come on for Martins, so they're going to take him off.
I wonder why that is.
I wonder why. And Martins, he's the man from Luxembourg, and he was on the yellow card. Manchester United felt that challenge should have been enough for a second yellow. What do you think, Michael? Should it have been?
Well, you can see as he's running away into a position. Now, the one thing I'd say is you know, Matic sort of knows it's coming and buys it slightly, and certainly one more little one, he was definitely going to be seeing that second yellow card.
Right, play's about to resume again, and another change actually for Young Boys. And off is coming the right back, Hefty, and it's the wide man Miralem Suleimani, the Serbian international. He's not such a young boy. He's got a bit of experience. He's won the title over and over again here with Young Boys, and also in the Netherlands with Ajax and with Benfica in Portugal, and he's gone out to the left-hand side, and the goal scorer and Gamalou has come out to the right. So it's 1-1 with 6 minutes of the 90 to play, but at least 5 minutes of added time.
Yeah, it's got to be. You're seeing the stats there about the amount of attempts they've had. It's scary really that they've pushed Manchester United all the way, and it's been so difficult for this side to get anywhere in this game, and such a shock for everybody.
It's been a super contest really to start the group stage of the Champions League. In the other match, still Sevilla 1, Red Bull Salzburg 1. We'll be across all of the other matches tonight as well. The games, wherever they're being played, 6 matches in the Championship, some decent games there this evening, so you'll hear all of the scores and news of the goal scorers throughout the course of the remainder of 5 Live Sport tonight. But we've still got action here at the Wankdorf Stadium with Garcia playing the ball towards the edge of the box. Matic is there. He finds Dalot, who plays it up but doesn't find Lingard, and the yellow and black will come again. The Gelb Schwarz. He has, and Gamalou, his right-footed cross hits Shaw, loops away out of play next to the crash barriers down there to our right, the silver crash barriers. David Wagner wandering around, hand on his chin thoughtfully, the former Huddersfield Town manager. And Rieder, the youngster, the 19-year-old, back towards Laupa near the halfway line. And then Suleimani gets his first touch of the match out on the left-hand side. Where's number 10 for Young Boys? Now back it comes to the right-hand side, and Gamalou up against Luke Shaw. Shaw tries to block the cross. He does block the cross, and it bounces away towards the tunnel, which is behind the goal here in this compact 2-tier stadium, where all of the supporters are very close to the action, and indeed some of the supporters behind us are very close to us, leaning over the barrier with their pints of lager in hand. Corner from the right for Young Boys. Manchester United have got to stand up again. In it's swung towards the back post, headed away by Maguire for Manchester United, but it's Garcia on the left-hand side. Garcia for Young Boys, got available behind him Ebisha, back to Garcia. Garcia now puts his foot on the ball. Here's the cross, but it's blocked by Fred, out of play. Rattles into the hoardings, the ever-changing hoardings. Throw-in taken. And Elia now. Breathless stuff, this, Michael.
It is. They keep going. Garcia disappointing, really. His delivery should have been better to keep the pressure on. They've sort of died off slightly now, young boys, with their tempo, their runs. You'd expect more to come, but Manchester United have got a good shape at the moment.
Slip from Laupa as he sends it forward to Sibachu. And now Ngamalu with a chance on the edge of the area. He had it. It's set up for him from the artificial pitch, but he volleyed it well wide by 4 or 5 yards.
It did sat up, didn't it? You could just see as the diagonal pass was put there. Sibachu it's just there to drop the ball in. And Ngamalu just comes on with that left foot. He's got to hit the target, sort of slices it away from goal. Should do better. So you would expect that Manchester United players, slight delay, the supporters are going to react.
Yeah, Jesse Lingard has seemingly got a problem. And I noticed Ngamalu actually ran away and threw his arms into the air. Probably learning from Cristiano Ronaldo. It's what the young people do when Ronaldo does something like that. That's what the young players do. The young people do. Martial is going to, I beg your pardon. Yes, Martial standing there, waiting to come on the side of the pitch. So that will be Manchester United's 5th and final change. So less than 4 minutes to go, plus added time. Still plenty of time for young boys to find a winner here. What a famous victory it would be. They did beat Juventus in the group stage last time they were in it. Here's Soleimani, but this against this Manchester United team would be quite an achievement. Soleimani into the box on the left-hand side. The challenge comes in on him from Shaw, who went right across from the left-back position. They're coming again. Shot from distance, whizzes over the top of the crossbar. Ebisha had a goal. It got a touch, you know. And it's a corner, it's another corner.
He got a touch. Ebisha comes forward, he just lets one go probably 30 yards out, and he was sort of drifting away to De Gea's top left corner. It was that reverse arm, comes across, great save from De Gea. It'd have been some goal to win it late on in this game.
An even younger boy has actually appeared on our right. He can't help himself. He's taken a couple of steps.
What is happening, guys? Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for future videos. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you all being here. This is like crazy for me because this is my first stream that's actually done really well. So yeah, guys, genuinely plenty more content coming, so hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, share if you want, drop me a like on this stream. I'd appreciate that more than anything. I'll leave you guys to enjoy the rest of the game, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, he's taking that bit of time, but we see Anthony Martial trying to get on the pitch. They haven't done that yet. I think they'll wait till the next delay, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is just saying, play on, come on, move the ball around. But
United complaining about this, and it's because they're now going to make the change. Frustration from the home supporters. 31,120 are inside the stadium here. It's seen some great events. The Wankdorf Stadium, as it used to be, World Cup final. It's hosted the European Cup final as well. International matches at the European Championship, but this has been a memorable night for the old place, or the not so old place. Now it's been remodeled. And Martial coming on for Fred.
No, not only a memorable night, it's been something different for Manchester United, hasn't it? A different way, a different battle, finding the feet under sort of circumstances that you're not used to, and they've been put right under pressure. You know, if they go away at this point with a 1-1, I think you'd say, well, they've got away with one, they've worked, they've fought with the ball. They haven't been as good as you would like, but they've stuck in with desire and determination not to be beat.
Interesting move this, you know, this late substitution. Fred, who's been such an important part of United's rearguard action, coming off, and Martial coming on. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thinking that maybe they might be able to snatch a win.
Just think if there's chance there. Fred's ran everywhere, hasn't he? He'll probably be really on his feet, and just Lingard, a lot of energy, he can just slot in there alongside Matic.
Well, already this season, 5 minutes of added time. In the qualifiers, in the playoffs, they knocked out the Slovakian champions, Slovan Bratislava. They knocked out the Romanian champions, Cluj. They knocked out the Hungarian champions, Ferencváros, just to get here. And now they are more than holding their own against this Manchester United team with all of its new arrivals. Admittedly, the fact that United have had to play almost an hour with 10 men has been very significant, and a double change coming up in added time from David Wagner. So his final 2 changes. Whether he'll get to make them or not, I'm not sure, because we're into the first minute of added time. Suleimani plays it in. Subachu on the edge of the box, gives it back out to Elia on the right-hand side. Elias cross into the Manchester United box. Maguire heads it away. He's found Pogba on the edge of his own box. Pogba didn't clear it. Was hoping, I think he was going to be fouled, but he wasn't. Fastnacht now curls it into the box. United stretching. Dalot turns and volleys it away out towards the far side, where it bounces out of play. And the throw-in is taken. Actually, he's going to make the changes now, so double change. And Zesiga, the central defender, is coming on, the number 5, and another forward, or at least a winger, Wilfried Konga, the young Frenchman. So Konga coming on, and I think they're telling Laupa to go off on the far side, which he is, and Elia is going to leave the field here on this side of the field. Had to play the lone role in the first half, Elia, but he's done well in the second once Sibachu came on.
This tells you something. David Wagner realises he's got a great chance, whether it takes a point, yeah, some result, but he can beat Manchester United now. He's got a couple of minutes to go for it. Is it brave? Is it not? Martial on the pitch. We'll soon find out.
So Konga is on. Just a matter of 2 or 3 minutes to play. A throw-in for Manchester United on the halfway line. And United with Dalot. Dalot is waiting to take this. He does to Pogba, who actually, I'm not sure he was entirely ready for that. But he plays it now, Pogba, all the way back to goalkeeper De Gea. The young boy in the stand next to us got a little bit over-exuberant there, and he knocked over Juliet's cup of drink. But they're terribly polite in Switzerland, and he quickly came across and picked it up and put it back on the table. Ball's out of play for a throw into Manchester United on the far side. 1-1. 2.5 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes to see this out for Manchester United, which, believe me, will be a good point. United winning a free kick for... just dwelt on the ball there, did Nemanja Matic, drew the foul, and they're leaving this for De Gea, and this will make them go absolutely mad. And I see youngsters as well now making their way to the side of the pitch, because they've got their Ronaldo, we want your shirt. They've been making them all day in Bern. They've been cutting up cardboard boxes, and they're hoping to catch his eye. So, free kick, De Gea does eventually take it downfield. Chelsea against Zenit to come at 8 o'clock UK time kickoff. But final minutes here, 1-1. Manchester United coming forward. Dalot on the right. He's got Pogba there, but the ball's been won back. Garcia plays it downfield. Konga is chasing after it, and Konga's onto this. Sibachu's in the middle. Konga down the left wing, went for the early cross, and his teammates were not there. Suleimani and Fastnacht sliding in over the artificial turf, can't keep it in, and it's a throw-in for Manchester United.
Incredible down that left-hand side, there's nobody there as the ball comes across and runs out. I tell you now, Manchester United players are relieved that they're going to slow it down with this Luke Shaw throw-in. They realise that they're right under pressure.
Just over a minute to go. I mean, if young boys were able to get a goal and win this match now, I think all of these people behind us would tip cigarettes and alcohol all over us. They're going to come again for one final attack. Garcia to Ngamalu. Ngamalu couldn't find his pass in field, and United with Lingard play back. Oh, he's played it straight to Sibachu. Sibachu scores. Oh, goodness me. All of the substitutes, all of the players chase after Sibachu. The beer pours down on us here. The supporters behind us. They're going to beat Manchester United. And the United players look at one another. But it's going to be young boys' night here in Bern. 2-1 they lead. And I do not think there will be time for Manchester United to come back.
Remarkable. I've just had a pint of beer chucked all over me. The joy is all. It's unbelievable scenes. never seen people run down the side of the pitch, onto the pitch, the supporters going crazy. A huge mistake from Manchester United. He's let Sabatiu in, he was left out, he's come on. He squared De Gea up as De Gea goes to his left. He puts it to De Gea's right into the corner. A composed finish to win the game for Young Boys.
What a mistake by Jesse Lingard. He was 30 yards out, he turned, he tried to give it back to De Gea, and he passed it straight into the path of Sabatiu. And the American international was one-on-one with De Gea. He still had to hold his nerve, but he did, and he scored.
He did, and you look, and De Gea goes, and there it is.
That's it, the final whistle goes. You'd think it was the Champions League final. Never mind the first night of the group stage. But Cristiano Ronaldo...
Well, that were a shock, guys. I can't believe Man United ended up losing it last, 30 seconds. That were proper unfortunate. I'm a big Man United supporter. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining my stream. Genuinely, that is the best stream I've ever had. And if you're new here, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. Plenty more sport to be streamed on this channel. So yeah, honestly, thank you so much, guys, and hope you are all okay. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon.
Manchester United were leading by a Cristiano Ronaldo goal to nil when they were down to 10 men. Wan-Bissaka sent off with 10 minutes to go in the first half, and then late on in the second half, Young Boys got the winner, having equalised through Ngamelu. They are now in front, and the fourth seed in Manchester United's group have got the victory against Manchester United. John Murray, just incredible scenes at the final whistle.
Well, they were supposed to be the make-weights, the poor relations in this group. Atalanta and Villarreal, the other sides in the section. But what a night for Young Boys, what a night for David Wagner, who had a tough time, remember, after he left Huddersfield and went to Schalke. But he's come here, he's seen his new club into the group stages of the Champions League, which was no mean feat. And on the first night, Cristiano Ronaldo and co have come here to the Wankdorf Stadium, and Ronaldo scored and gave United the lead. But that sending off of Wan-Bissaka 10 minutes before half-time, that changed the game. But all credit to Young Boys for the job that they've done here tonight.
But look at it, John, look at the scenes, and these are dreams, this is stuff, this is why we've all loved football. Growing up as a child, playing, waiting to get these opportunities, and for these supporters as well. A special occasion. Yes, it wasn't to be for Manchester United, but to witness what we're seeing here, what an ending like you can't believe, of the mistake and then the finish. Unbelievable, this game.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer walking away. The tunnel is at the end to our right, where all of the ultras are. Not a single one of them has left the ground. They were wearing black shirts, they were wearing yellow and black shirts of Young Boys. Many of them have peeled them off, and the Manchester United fans in the opposite corner, they are very still and quiet, but wild celebrations. And look at the back of my shirt, Michael.
It looks like you've got a sweat on.
Soaked in beer. The plastic glasses of beer were thrown into the air behind us by the fans all around us, and all of their players now down on the pitch surface here, and they are milking this for all it's worth. And why not? You know, this is a rare occasion for them to record a victory like this in the Champions League.
He's done this before, David Wagner, at Huddersfield, when he got a surprise result against Manchester United about 4 years ago now, but he's done it again in charge of Young Boys with that 2-1 victory and a late winner for them. Michael, we need to talk about this from the Manchester United point of view, even as the celebrations continue in Switzerland, because yes, Manchester United were down to 10 men for 55 minutes of that game, but conceding those 2 goals and allowing Young Boys to get back into that match, especially when it's the 4th seeds in the group, how much do they have to think about going away from this?
They've got a lot to think about. Yes, they've had they had 10 men, they had a lead going into half-time, so they had time to regroup. They had that onslaught just before it, a chance that got away for Young Boys. At that point,